there, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to the live streams. And yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. There is an official Major League Baseball game with the career mode where you can actually get a girlfriend, get married, have a family, buy a home, buy a private jet. And it's only done, at least as far as I'm aware of, in Major League Baseball Power Pros 2008 for the Nintendo Wii and PlayStation 2. Now, due to familiarity's sake, we're sticking with the Wii version, but why don't we go ahead and take a look at it, shall we? Now, I say take a look at this. We've already taken a look at this game years ago in the past. Let me go ahead and shout out Lewis here. Unfortunately, Lewis, you're stuck with you can only get one girlfriend. Okay, yeah, see, I knew that there was something I needed to do. Okay, yeah, well, luckily I don't have to do it now. It wasn't. My computer does need a brief update, but I'm not gonna reset it now as long as the internet is stabilized. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and try to record this for YouTube, but I can't make any guarantees. Let me go ahead and turn the desktop volume down a little bit more. Let's play out then. Alright, so for the point of this, I'm gonna wait, I can probably just explain this. Haha, good one, DJ. Alright, let's go ahead. We can start the recording now. Yes, you're reading the title absolutely correctly. There is a Major League Baseball game, an official one, where you can actually get a girlfriend. And that game is MLB Power Pros 2008. More specifically, the PS2 and the Wii versions of the game. I do know that there is a Nintendo DS version of the game, but as far as I'm aware, that game does not have a career mode. I believe it just has a normal Play Now mode and a season mode, as far as I'm aware. I have not personally played it, but the one we are talking about is the one for the Wii and the PS2. Let's go ahead and get it started. And then here's when I would swap on over. There we go. Swap it on over. I'll probably end up readjusting it later. Oh, good thing it's only a recording too. Oh, let me lower myself. You guys enjoy the intro. I'll be right back.
MLB Power Pros.
Oop, right, forgot I gotta.
MLB Power Pros.
Forgot I gotta put it on the top. So the mode we're looking for is here, MLB Live. Game control detected. Yes, I am using the Wii version, as you can tell. And again, to speed things along, we're gonna go with the career I was working on in my personal time. So, this is MLB Live, with options you can do from the beginning. Like, you could actually like pick any professional player in Major League Baseball and take over their career. I believe like they'd also have like preset houses, wife, children, if they had it. I don't know if it's randomly generated or if they took or they did research. But of course, we'll be going from the the one I was already on, where I was a pitcher. It shudders me to say it, but for the New York Mets. And I had recently gotten called up to the major leagues. Now, there are certain certain prerequisites for getting a girlfriend. Although there is one that you get right away. As we take a look over at the important items. Friends. There you see that little tab there that says lady. And there we are. This is the girlfriend you get, well, not girlfriend. This is the one of the possible girlfriends you get right at the start of the game. Like a few button presses and this is who you're gonna see. The Power Pros sportscaster Mia. You'll get to know each of these girls, I think, through the date. Well, actually, no. You get introduced to them, you go on dates with them, then you go to the purchase screen, buy yourself this little engagement ring when you max out your relationship with them, and when the time is right, you propose to your girlfriend. Although, to be fair, also, this level of detail in an MLB career mode game has yet to be replicated. And granted, I know this is a US port of a popular Japanese series, but apart from eBaseball from Konami like a couple of years ago for the PlayStation 5 and Switch, this is the last of the official Power Pro series in the US because this is one of the side effects of 2K's MLB deal. But yeah, see, look, this is what I mean. Look, you could buy yourself a private plane. You could buy a car. Sorry, no motorcycles. You could buy a house. Up to a luxury mansion with $100 million. You can even donate some spare money to charity if you want. Which, spoiler alert, that's another way to get a girlfriend is by donating money to charity. But let's go ahead and get started with our next game. I believe I'm part of the... I'm a relief... I'm technically a relief pitcher right now for the New York Mets, even though I got a start in my last game. Now let's simulate to see if we can get into a game. Nope, in fact we blew a 2-0 lead. Oh no. This was supposed to be a statistically strong Mets team back in 2008. We still lose 3-2 to the Diamondbacks. I didn't make an appearance. For the second time this season, we lost a bat on the final at-bat. We coughed up the lead and lost the game. That is also a nice touch that they actually have this. Granted, it's on like a simple screen, but it does have the statistical tracking of how your team is performing in certain situations. There you saw there, early in the season, and we've blown our 6th game of the season. Oh, we're going right into another game. Yeah, see, there I am, starting lineup. I don't know why they would wonder if I would be put into the lineup. Maybe they're just testing me out. But I'm going in for my 2nd career Major League start. Welcome to Chase Bank Field here in Glendale, Arizona. I believe the Diamondbacks are based in Glendale. Also, sorry for the zoomed in look, or a bit of the zoomed out look. That's the default screen we got here. Over to Jose Reyes, throw to first to Carlos Delgado, and he's thrown out. Up next, Eric Burns. Hit right to David Wright. And another 1 pitch, 1 out. Up next is Orlando Hudson. 3 pitches, 3 outs, all to the 3 different infielders. And it looks like we did get runners on base. Oh, I did throw a 2nd pitch. Huh. Well, 3 quick outs nonetheless. Whoop! I'm not even letting the PA guy finish reading the card. Curveball in there, strike 1. And bounce it over to Luis. And another out. Man, these ground balls.
27.
Mark Reynolds.
Third.
Ooh, that's hit, but it's going to go into the stands. Foul. And swing and a miss at that fastball. Let's go throw a slider. Oop. Whoop. And another throw out. And again, it looks like we had another couple people on base, but it didn't work out.
Number 10.
Man, I'm just blowing by this game.
Right fielder.
Justin Upton at the plate. Yeah, finally gave up a hit. Church with the throw.
Number 19.
Oh, yeah, it was using my mouse to technically be the Wiimote, so 6, 4, 3, double play as we go right to the pitcher. That was quick. Man, I'm just speeding by this game, and these guys aren't doing anything to help me.
Number 24. Chris Young.
There you go. Also, an easy way to... I probably shouldn't say it now. I'll say it later.
22. Eric Burns.
This time, Delgado's just going to take it himself for the put out. Man, this is getting easy.
Orlando Hudson.
There you go. Back to Orlando Hudson. Slider right to Luis. Missed the throw a little bit, but still was able to get the out. You know, we're in the bottom of the 5th, and I've only thrown 19 pitches. All right, let's throw a curve to Jackson here. Nah, there we go. Oh, wait. Oh, Lou just let it drop. At least he kept in front of it. Back to Stephen Drew. First pitch in there for a strike. Grounder. He couldn't tag? That would have been great if it was another double play. Maybe this guy will get it. There we go to Reyes. The power swings are the best way to get those double plays. There we go. And we finally get a run, too. 5 innings pitched, and we've only thrown 25 pitches.
Number 10. Justin Upton.
There we go. Corner, strike 1. Oh, ow! Luckily, I didn't get injured. This time, I'm the one that makes the throw. That's out number 1. Back to Snyder, the catcher. And grounded to Castillo. He's out.
Number 38.
Over there, the Lion. Okay. The relief pitcher. He was going to probably hit that one. Luckily, it was out of the zone. I think that was the first ball I've thrown. And another quick 1, 2, 3. You know, I was trying to show this as a way to get a girlfriend, but I'm just breezing by. We might get to that point a lot sooner. Curve. Ooh, Reyes with a diving stop, but the runner just beats out the throw. Actually, hold on, let me check. Actually, internet, no. Never mind, I'll just make a video on my own time. Just want to also make sure I'm not killing the CPU. Uh-oh. 4, 6, 3, double play.
Number 1. Orlando Hudson.
Uh-oh. And that goes in the gap. He's finally known what I was going to throw. Finally got a double.
34. Connor Jackson.
Oh, Connor Jackson. Okay. So the slider. Oh, it's going to bleed in for a base hit, and the game is tied. Okay, I was saying this is my punishment for saying we were going through this game way too quick. And popped foul. And ball. And foul. Nice little glitching catcher there. Oh. And another run comes home. And just like that, I'm the one that blew the lead. How did I do that? How do I do this every time? Oh, now the ball lands on the ground. They just want me to lose this game.
Number 10, Justin Upton.
Alright, slow curve. And in the gap, base hit. Hey, Hecho.
Number 19, Chris Snyder.
Thank you, Hecho. Take care of you real quick. There you go. Bring that back. Alright. Let's try to get out of this inning. Ah, just a bit too high. Luckily, it went right to Beltran in center field. He decides to go for the throw, but the runner just beats the throw.
38,
Alright.
Brandon Lyon.
And it happened again. Another pop-up.
Number 24, Chris Young.
Fourth ball down. Curveball swung on and miss. Ah, fastball too high. Oh, he knew that I was going to hit it at the throw it at the corner. Nope, we didn't do it. We needed a complete game shutout to get the victory, and I just couldn't hold on. So that's my first loss as a major leaguer. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, I pitched technically a complete game, but I gave up just 2 runs. Oh, hold on, I just needed to shout you out, that's right. Yep, there we go. And bring that back, there we go. But I still walked away with a loss. Even though you gave up just 2 runs and threw a complete game, you got no run support. Well, this can happen to even the best of them. Pick yourself up and give me you all next game, too. And you see, for the 7th time this year, we blew the lead. And now we're on a 2-game losing streak. Even though the manager trusts me more. Oh, well, good to know then. I'll know now for the future. Let's go ahead and rest after throwing 8 innings. So yeah, for those that are just tuning in, this is MLB Power Pros 2008 for the Wii. Oh, of course, you win when I'm not there. So we salvaged the series with a win and broke that 2-game losing streak. But now it's time to get on the road. Mother's Day is coming up, eh? Players in Major League Baseball use pink bats and wristband on that day. Mets are thinking about contributing as well. This is my first chance to donate to charity. Willingly. I knew you'd say that. Okay, how much can you contribute? Let's do $1,000. Alright, I got you. I'll sign you up for that much. Now, the money system in MLB Power Pros is a little bit askew. Like I said, this is pretty much a port of the 2008 version of the Japanese version of Power Pros, except swapped in to use Major League teams as part of 2K's deal. Oop, I skipped past the Players of the Month, or Players of the Week. I think I can still go ahead and look at that, can I? Yep. Alright, let's see. Who were the players this week? We got Travis Hafner, first baseman for the Indians, and Dallas Braden, who won his game with 6 strikeouts. Meanwhile, over on the National League, we got Gallardo, who got 12 strikeouts in his win with the Brewers. And we got Brandon Phillips, who hit 10 RBIs in a week, 3 home runs and 10 RBIs with a .450 average for the Cincinnati Reds. Of course, we're on the road. I hopefully don't think I'll be able to face them, as we're LA to take on the Dodgers. There we go. I think I recovered enough to be able to go on a date. But first we gotta sim past the Dodgers game. We beat the Dodgers 13-4. There we go. Alright. On to the next day. Oh, I am gonna pitch against them. The Dodgers were stacked 2 in 2008, despite not winning. Alright, so how to go on a date with your girlfriend. First, you gotta have some free time, which is either in the morning or the night, or in some cases it's the whole day, depending on the occasion. You go over to your lady, select her. Hello? Oh, it's Jay. What's going on? Tell her you want to go to a meal, or if you want, just take her along for a hobby, which is, depending on what you have, you can play video games with her, go watch a movie, take a drive, play some chess. But for the purposes of having a little bit of skill, we're gonna get some lunch. Jay! Oh, thanks for waiting. I was running late. I'm really very sorry. Well, where should we go today? And then you have to choose between one of 10 restaurants to take your girlfriend. Your girlfriend will think some of the restaurants are okay, she'll love a couple, and she'll hate a couple. You have to take note of which one it is. So let's go to a Mexican restaurant since we're in LA. Yeah, see, there you go. She doesn't like Mexican food, and we wasted $400. So you don't get a boost in your relationship because of it. What was I trying to say earlier? Oh yes, this, like I said, since this is a direct port, the game may say dollars, but for all intents and purposes, this is yen we're talking about. The game is converted to yen, not the USD. Hence, you see why the Mexican restaurant cost $400, unless I went to a really fancy LA restaurant, which is entirely possible. I could have taken her to that. All right. Mets took care of the Dodgers again, 11-5, and now I gotta actually pitch against them as we take part in the morning game. Let me take a look. Can I see the schedule? Oh wait, yeah, I can. That's a Y button. This is the last game in the series, right? Yep. Then we go home to take on the Cincinnati Reds and the Washington Nationals. Alright, for today's game against the Dodgers, I'm putting you in. Now you'll meet a nice cast of characters. You'll meet some teammates if they decide to be friendly to you. Oh, look at that. We're already starting with a 2-0 lead over the Dodgers. This is gonna hurt. Rafael Furcal leading off. Ooh, he swings and misses at the fork ball. Strike one. Pops up the fastball into the backstop. All right, let's throw a curve. Oh, he knew that curve was coming, but luckily Church was right there in right field to put it away. As Juan Pierre comes up, popped him up to Schneider. 2 away. Next up is Nomar Garcia Parra. Curveball, bounces right. Gets to the first base for the out. Alright, I should probably not mention how quick I'm going through these this time. As Jeff Kent comes to the plate. I didn't even need to say anything! I didn't even say anything! He knew I was going to throw that fork ball down and in. He slams it out in the left field for a run. And the Dodgers have cut the lead in half. As Andrew Jones comes up to the plate. So a slider this time. Hey Jason. Go ahead and shout you out real quick.
Number 55, Russell Martin, catcher.
Oop. Why does that keep popping out? There we go. Alright, so hopefully you all are doing well. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining me on this Monday. Russell Martin at the plate. Nope. Hit to the opposite field, but Luis Castillo was right there to throw the first for the out. As James Loney comes up to the plate.
Loney, first baseman.
Forkball taken, strike 1. Curveball swung on and missed, strike 2. Hit the fastball, grounded to Castillo, throw to Delgado. He's out at first. As we go up next to Matt Kemp. He got just a bit under it as Moises Alou makes the catch, 1 away. Here comes the pitcher. And Jose Reyes at short. Throw to Delgado. 1 away. Or 2 away. That's right. As the lineup wraps back around for a call. He got the hit. He found the gap. So yeah, I'd play MLB 25, but I'm gonna wait for a sale before I get on that game. Castillo, throw to first. He's out. As we head on to the bottom of the 4th inning, Mets still up 2-1. As Garcia Parra comes up to hit. Just barely caught the zone. Strike 1. Slider bounced to David Wright. Throw to first. Bit off, but Delgado still makes the tag for the out. 1 away. Alright. Threw the forkball a little bit further out this time. Didn't get the call. Ball 1. Whiffs at the slider. Strike 2. So a fastball down and in. Yeah, fouled that one off. Still another slider. Just a bit outside. And he swings and misses. He wanted that equalizer, but it didn't. But he couldn't make contact. Strike 3, and out number 2. I can speak English. All right, grounded to David Wright. Throw to first, and that ends the side. We're still beating the Dodgers.
Number 55, Russell.
Now this game still does follow all the Major League contract rules. You still have to stay with the team unless you get traded, which I don't even know if you can. I mean, you probably can, but I've never seen it happen in MLB Power Pros. There you go, 2 away. Here comes Matt Kemp. He's got 2 away and nobody on. Whoa! Look out! Foul ball hit to the backstop. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Try throwing that slider. He knew it, but it hit right to Castillo. 3 up, 3 down again. Okay, still holding strong so far with a 2-1 lead. As Jonathan Broxton comes up. And grounded to right. Says it's fair, so he'll throw to first to Delgado. 1 away. Alright, here comes for a call. Took a guess that it was a fastball, but decided not to swing at it. Slider went right past me for another base hit. Alright. I was combining Juan and Pierre. Oop. Yep, another base hit. Dodgers getting themselves a little rally here. Let's see if Garcia Parra can bring them all in. Ooh, he got the out. I forgot who the center fielder was, but he is barely safe. Ooh, I gotta be careful. He wants that home run shot. Come on, get there, get there. Oh, he got it. Ooh, close one. So another clean inning. Well, I should say scoreless inning. Fastball in there, strike 1. Straight down, there we go. Reyes with it. Go to first. Delgado puts him away. Up comes Russell Martin. Takes strike 1. Oh. Oh, Carlos Beltran. That's the center fielder, that's right. He makes the catch, 2 away. Not out of here, but that one's going to fall for at least a double. And that is exactly where he stays. Matt Kemp, luckily it bounced right up the middle. Shortstop, the first baseman. That ends the inning. Alright, they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. He's on Mike Sweeney. He has limited at-bats, but he does have 1 RBI this season. It's going good, Jason. How are you? Oh, he wasn't expecting forkball. Swing and a miss. And he'll ground to Castillo. Throw to first. 1 away. Back up comes Rafael for a call. It's a clutch situation. Unfortunately, he didn't get all of that fastball. So that's 2 away. Bring back Pierre. Alright, ball 1. Gotta make sure he doesn't go for that power hit. Another fastball. Popped up to the catcher, and that should retire the side. So those 2 runs in the first inning are gonna have to be all we need. Well, hopefully I can entertain you as the Mets are just gonna shuffle around the outfielders. Pagan in left, Church in center, and Alu goes to right. Fastball, practically dead center, but he takes it. Strike 1. Garcia Parra luckily didn't get all the curve. Popped up to the catcher again. As they're gonna bring in Andre Ethier as the pinch hitter, not pitch hitter.
16, Andre Ethier.
Fastball in there, strike 1. Hit right to Delgado, 2 away. Alright, can we get this complete game? Can we get out of there? Andrew Jones to the plate. Grounded, fair by the umpire, throw to first. That's the ball game. And the Mets sweep the Dodgers. Thank you for the hydrate, Hecho. Appreciate it. If you know what you're doing, it's very hard to throw a walk in this game. So there we go. Despite the solo shot from Kent, we walk away with a sweep. Thank you for that, Hecho. Today as a starting pitcher, I gave up 1 run in 9 innings, striking out 1 and notching a complete game victory. Giving up just 1 run and going the distance. That's coming through big time. That's a 4-game winning streak now for the Mets. And the manager trusts me more. Alright, time to travel back to Queens. As we take a look at, as you see the scores for the rest of the league, or rest of baseball. There we go. Alright, here we are, back in New York City. Also, I consider myself lucky. Let's go back to the important items. I'm in New York City in 2008. Oh no, that's important items, I think. Oh no, that's not where you get it. That's it. Purchase. There we go. And look, my rent's only $1,000 in an apartment in New York City. I'm not sure this is realistic. Alright, so this is what I mean by you have a whole day to yourself. Well, you know what? Let's buy some more stuff. Let's get ourselves a dumbbell. Let's get a breaking ball guide. And buy some sunglasses. And let's buy a suit. Why not? Let's get a game console. And we'll get a sports video game. Get ourselves a laptop. Splurge a little bit. And get ourselves another video game. Oh, and a baseball comic book, of course. Alright, let's go rest. I took a rest in the room. I recovered vitality. Which I probably shouldn't need to, since I don't need to... I'm in the rotation now. So since I'm home, and you can only use these items at home that I got, by practicing at your own home, I ran my own practice. I got pretty tired as the Diamondbacks crushed the Cubs 13-3. we go, got a little bit of boost. Let's simulate our game against the Reds, and we snapped that 4-game winning streak as the Reds got the win 6-4. Alright, now we gotta simulate past the morning game against the Reds. And we evened it out. We got a 5-2 win. Meanwhile, in Detroit, the Yankees got the 5-2 win. Alright, we're back with some more free time. Let's use our hobby. I also got some golf clubs, so let's play some nighttime golf. Why not? Taking my prize golf club steals with me, I went out to practice some golf. I kept missing the ball and making terrible shots. I spent $800. Man, golfing in New York is expensive. I gotta simulate the day game again. How'd we do this time? Alright, well, at least we won the series. We beat the Reds 8-5 this time. Let's go chat with my agent, Matthew. Because I feel like the better relationship you have with your agent in this game, the better deals you can get, or the bigger contracts you can get. Of course, your performance plays a huge part too. Alright, it's time for Power Pro News. Mother's Day was celebrated today. Players used pink wristbands and bats in today's game and participated in charitable activities. Let's all follow in their example. And for our next story, last week's Player of the Week has been announced. We got DeLucci for the Indians, or I should now say the Guardians. Hitting .450 with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. And we got Gomez, who plays for the Twins, who's just a little bit worse, but still a strong performance this week. And meanwhile, in the National League, we got Ricky Weeks, who hit in half of his at-bats, got 3 home runs and 14 RBIs. And then we got the legend John Smoltz for the Braves. He got a win in his start with 10 strikeouts. Well, hearty congratulations to those players who picked up an award. Thank you. This has been our Power Pros News Update. Alright, so I'll be pitching in Game 2 of the series against the Nationals. Now, you can chat with your manager and coach, like, if you want to, like, get some advice or change positions. Let's go try another date with Mia. Now, let's go for another meal. Yeah, thanks for running late again. Yeah, I know. Alright, so we know she doesn't like Mexican food. Let's go to a pasta place. This restaurant has some tasty food. I think she just liked it. Don't think she loved it, but you do get a little bit of a boost if you go to a restaurant she likes or loves. If you go to a restaurant she doesn't like, then you just won't get any relationship bonus. Alright, how'd we do? We had a 3-1 win over the Nationals. Perfect. That brings us back to another 3-game win streak. It'll be up to me to keep this win streak at 4. Man, I'm feeling terrible. I have low motivation, which I have no control over. It just goes up and down as it sees fit. Let's just read some comic books. How about that baseball comic book? I read a baseball comic book. I read a little further. So we get a little bit of stamina for that. Alright, it's nighttime over at Shea Field. Or Shea Stadium. I'm putting you in. Let's take you back to the past to old Shea Stadium. Out in Queens. Alright, first up is Carlos Guzman. Or Christian Guzman, sorry. Ooh, he whiffed at that first pitch curveball. Strike 1, and we are underway. And right away we get that hit to the shortstop. Delgado makes the catch, and that's 1 away. Lastings Millage. He gets a good hit to start the game. At least I don't have to worry about a perfect game already. Alright, Ryan Zimmerman up to the plate. Hit right away to Reyes. 6-4-3 double play, and the inning is already over. I do like that these games can go by quick. Alright, next up is Nick Johnson. There's a fork ball down and away, strike one. Didn't want to risk that. Oh, nope. Here we go. Slider. Good hit, but it's going to go right to Churchard right field, and he gets the put out. One away.
25, Austin Kearns, right field.
I'm not as familiar with the early Nationals lineup. I believe this was their third season in Washington, D.C. after their long history as the Montreal Expos back in the day. Like these 80s and 90s. I think Paul LaDuca would be the only one I remember. Unfortunately, Alou was playing too deep in the field, and that brings it in for a base hit as Ronnie Belliard comes to the plate. Right, let's throw a curve this time. Oh, no. He saw that curveball, but luckily, this time playing it deep worked for Alou. As the Mets get a run, I believe, on an error. So we got a 1-0 lead here at Shea. As Elijah Dukes comes to the plate. Uh-oh. Threw a mistake, but luckily it was too high. Ball one. Alright, hit right to Reyes. Go to first, and that gets the first down of the inning.
43, Jesus Colome, pitcher.
Oh man, he's got a home run too, but instead he just finds the gap in the grass for a base hit. As Christian Guzman comes back up. 4, 6. Ah, he's safe. He got off the bag.
Number 44.
Alright, so we gotta be careful. Millage is back to the... Oh, never mind. Man, I just love getting these quick outs. Top of the fourth. As Ryan Zimmerman comes to the plate again. He just takes a fork ball, strike one. Over to Reyes. So the first, one away.
Number 24.
Nick Johnson comes back up. Fastball just in there for strike one. Curveball, hit foul. I don't think he was expecting that fastball. But he gets fouled into the upper deck of the backstop. Ooh, heavy hit. That's going to find the gap. Hopefully I can keep up the good play as Kearns comes back up. Just a bit too low. Oh, he tagged! Double play! Oh, what a play. I was not expecting to get that lucky. So that 6-3 double play ended the inning. We still escape with a 1-0 lead as Paul LaDuca comes up to the plate. He missed that curveball, strike two. And hit, but popped up to the catcher. One away. Alright, Belliard comes up. Oop, bounced off me, but this time I get the assist. Go to first, two away. As Elijah Dukes comes back to the plate. He takes a first pitch fastball, strike one. Fork ball hit to David Wright, throw to first. That retires the side. No strikeouts this time, but at least we're getting through this game once again quickly. As the Nationals already got to go with their reliever. Another shortstop to first base.
Christian Guzman.
There you go, throw the curve. He takes it for strike one. Ooh, he picked on it real quick, but it gets hit right to Church for out number two. Alright, Lasting's back up to the plate. Ooh, he whiffed way early on that fork ball. Tried to get him to chase. It is hard to get... if it's out of the zone, it is near impossible to get these guys to chase. You have to throw it in the zone. And that's why I say it's impossible. It is hard to get strikeouts, at least on the expert difficulty I'm on.
Number 11, Ryan Zimmerman.
Like I said, they will rarely, if ever, chase out of the zone.
Number 24, Nick Johnson.
Alright, one away in the bottom of the top of the 7th. Threw a mistake pitch way low. He decided not to offer at that fastball. Slider hit to Castillo, throw to first, 2 away.
Number 25.
We're doing good so far to keep it a 1-0 victory. Strike 1. And popped up into the left field stands. 0-2. And Kearns whiffs at the fastball. Yeah, I'm lucky to just get 1 strikeout a game.
16,
The colors in the grid. Let me bring back up OPS. There you go. Let's lower ourselves so you can better see all the stats there. So, I know you guys can't see it, but top left is the scoreboard. If I... Oh, let me bring back up. There we go. For example, if I throw a strike... Alright. So, let's go explain the stuff I can explain. If you see a player name that is red, that's the pitcher. Balls are highlighted green on the scoreboard. If you throw 4 balls, then that's a walk, and that means the batter automatically goes to first base. Yellow signifies strikes. If you throw 3 of those, that's an out. If it's in that little red... If it's either in that red square or the batter swings and misses at a pitch. Now, Belliard is yellow. That means he is an infielder. As you see, he's a second baseman. Strike 3. He's out of there. Green markers here on the position and name means that they are an outfielder. They play left, right, or center field. You saw Loduca earlier. His name was blue. That signifies a catcher. 1, 2, 3 go the Nationals. So you're gonna bring in a closer, right? Nah, they rarely bring in closers, but the Nationals are gonna bring in a pinch hitter, Delman Young, who's having a decent start of the season. Oh, Dimitri Young. I thought it was Delman Young. My bad. And he made them. Oh, he almost did, but Church was just able to get in there for the out. All right, 1 away, and Guzman takes the first pitch. That one should go foul, and it goes barely into the right field stands. See if we can get this guy out. Oh, the blue and red grid colors. That's the team logos. Washington is red, and New York is blue, and the New York Mets are blue. Tried to get him to swing and miss, but it didn't work. And we are just 1 out away from another complete game. And grounded to David Wright, throw to first, and that's the ball game. We got ourselves a complete game shutout. Oh, okay. I see what you mean, Jason. I'm sorry. So I'll explain those colors. That is the hitter's strike zone. Those 9 squares represent the strike zone. If the color in this zone is gray, that means he's okay. He's a normal hitter. He's not too good, but he's not too bad either. If it's blue, he's cold. He's weak to hit. He's not good with pitches in that location. If it's red, then that means it's a strong strike zone, or it's a strong zone. He can hit it better there. Well, he's more likely to get a hit. Sorry about that. Go ahead, bring myself back over. I'm probably still going to end up covering the... Actually, no. Not about there is good. Don't want to cover up too much of the stats on the batters. That's my second win in a row. That was some shutout. Thanks, manager. Oh, is that you, Jay? Looks like you've been really working hard recently. Pretty soon I say other teams are gonna come and really scout you. Just keep playing like this. Oh, Mia came over for a post-game interview. Jay, nice game today. You did a really good job. I hope you can keep it going for tomorrow as well. Oh, I have to rush to my next interview. Please excuse me. Oh, there we go. We get introduced to our next potential girlfriend. Her name is Emma. Oh, it's Jay. Well, thanks for dropping by so often. Do you remember me? Oh, you don't? Right. I'm Emma. I work at the store where you always buy things like Power In. Do you recognize me now? Sure. Of course I recognize you. Jay, before I thought of you as a customer who always buys a lot of stuff. But then I watched today's game and I was stunned. Jay, you're actually a major leaguer. From now on, I'll be rooting for you when you play. Well, please come by the store again. I'll be waiting for you. So there we go. We got a second potential girlfriend. Emma, the store click. Alright, let's go for another... actually, let's hang out with our friend/rival Oakley, who's in the minor leagues. Let's go out for a meal. I became better friends. I paid $300. But remember, technically it's 300 yen. Alright, let's sim past our third out of the fourth game, and we crushed the Nationals this time, 9-2. Alright, so now we get to go right into the next game since we're traveling on the road. And we got our 4-game sweep of the Nationals. We won 10-7. Nice. Alright. Well, let's get out of here. On the road we go. Which city are we going to next? I know I can speak English, dang it. Where are we going? We're taking the plane to New York, so that's kind of weird. So we're going to take on the Yankees next. But what's weird that we gotta take the airport, we're taking a plane. Which I know this is the default for, when you're in the major leagues in this game. You always take the plane. Whereas where you're in, AAA, you take the bus. Man, I'm going to New York. I got pretty tired. But we're just going downtown. We don't need a plane to go downtown. I know it's the default, but still! Let's go play some golf again. I practiced by hitting about 200 balls. I spent $800. Alright, so I'll be playing to wrap up the series as our win streak came to an end against our crosstown rivals. Yankees win 3-1. I see you there, Holy. Hey, buddy. Let's skip ahead game 2. We got the equalizer that time. We got the win. There we go. There we go. Alright. Go finish our little cooldown, I guess, even though we weren't playing. No problem, Holy. Thanks for even stopping by at all. I appreciate it. Let's go to the movies. I went to see an animation movie. I spent $200. I got pretty tired. Really? You get tired watching movies? Yeah, I guess I can see that. Alright, Power Pro News. Ooh, the Angels and Diamondbacks traded players. Got Webb for Figgins. I forgot who these two were exactly. Let's forward to watching them contribute to their new teams. So yeah, I'm saying that's not what I was saying. It's not that trades are impossible, as you just saw. It's just that I never saw my player get traded. Let's go ahead and chat with Emma. Hello? Jay, what are you up to today? You want to go to a meal? So how about lunch? Alright, I'll come straight away. Here I am. So where are you taking me today? Alright, let's see. How about a family restaurant? That was delicious. Okay, so it's just okay. Well, it's time for me to go. But at least we get a little bit of a relationship boost. As it looks like I'm going to be throwing under the lights of Sunday Night Baseball. It's the Mets and Yankees. Primetime baseball. I'm putting you in. And we're going up against the 2000s Murderers Row, as they called it. Or as the Yankees like to call their power hitters. as it was a famous term back in the 1920s.
Good evening, ladies and
It's time for the final game in the rubber match of the Subway Series. Yeah, normally this is supposed to be a real-life commentator, but you'll find his voice very repetitive. There you see the Yankees line up in the field. Over at third base, you got the powerful Alex Rodriguez. At catcher, you got Jorge Posada, who for a catcher can really surprise you. And then the starting pitcher for the New York Yankees, Traber, which luckily he's 2-1 with a near 7 earned run average. So we might be in good shape. Excuse me. Now, play ball. So like I said, there is a commentator in this game, a play-by-play commentator, but you will grow tired of his voice very quickly. And Johnny Damon starts the Yankees off with a base hit.
number 2, Derek Jeter, shortstop.
Up next comes Derek Jeter. 5, 4. Nope, Jeter was there, so that's a fielder's choice. As next comes Bobby Abreu. Sometimes they'll still just get a good hit regardless. As now we got runners at second and third with only one away. As the cleanup hitter. Yeah, boom. Boom! Home run! And the Yankees, just like that, have a 3-0 lead.
Number 25, Jason Giambi, first baseman.
See what I mean? And now that they scouted me, they know how I'm going to pitch. So this is where the real challenge of the game comes in. Just gets past Church for a double. Alright, Robinson Cano up to the plate. I could already be out of this game if I'm not careful. Alright, go to third. They get the tag at third. So that goes down as another fielder's choice. Posada takes strike one. And he's going to get a hit to Beltran at center. Alright, so that means that this is the time where I'm definitely going to need some run support. But unfortunately, we had a scoreless top of the second, as up next comes Hideki Matsui. And grounded fair to David Wright. Throw to first. One away. As next up comes Milky Cabrera. Alright, first pitch taken. Second pitch swung on and missed. And third pitch, grounded to the second baseman. Throw to first, 2 away. As next up comes Johnny Damon again. And this time it goes right to Beltran. And of course, the pitcher I go against, he's having a career game. Excuse me. Jeter takes strike one. And Jeter grounds to Reyes. Throw to first. One away. As we bring back Bobby Abreu. Strike one. Bailey in the zone. And he whiffs at strike 2. And the third pitch is grounded to Delgado, 2 away.
Number 13.
All right, let's try pitching to him since nobody's on. And the game knows that, so he's got a little less power on those big swings. Ooh, just barely curved foul. 0-2. Just outside. Curve foul, please. Ah, and he gets another one. He takes a 1-2 count, slams it just past the left field pole, and the Yankees increase their lead 4-0.
25. Jason Giambi.
All right, so I guess now lesson learned. Even if you have a favorable count on Alex Rodriguez, he can still blast it out of the park. Well, this will be my worst game since joining the majors.
24.
Let's see if we can limit the damage. Mistake pitch, but luckily Cano was only able to foul that one. Luckily that second pitch was hit, well, I guess I should say, no, it was second pitch, hit right to Beltran for the out. Nope. Nope, Posada knew I was going to throw a curve. Luckily that just bounced off the wall, but he's still able to get to second for a double.
55. Matsui.
Luckily he didn't get all of that one, but apparently Church forgot how to run, and Matsui brings home a run. 5-0. I guess the lights of Yankee Stadium were too bright for me. Church does get the out, 2 away.
Number 18. Johnny Damon.
Luckily Damon also pops this one up, so that should retire the side. You know, I would love some run support, Mets. Still 5-0.
Number 2. Derek Jeter.
Hi, DJ.
Number 53. Bobby Abreu.
Go ahead and shout you out. There we go. There we go. Fork ball down and away. I figured. I think this is like the... never mind. I'm trying to. If I didn't give up those many hits, I would have had a better go at it.
Alex Rodriguez.
Alright, down and away. He didn't bite at that. 1-1 count. Alright, this time he didn't get anything on it. And we've only gotten one more hit. That's 70 rate. Yep, I'm done. The runs came, but it was not enough. A-Rod's home runs, I should say, were more than enough for the Yankees to prevent a sweep. And the Yankees get the win 5-3. Now the manager trusts me less because I didn't do too good. And a lot of negative traits are being raised up. Alright. Finally out of New York, we're going down south to Atlanta, Georgia. As it's time for another weekly Power Pros news update. Yeah, I contributed to A-Rod's 2 home runs. No doubt he was the player of the week for the American League. And that's it. No other news. Alright, let's go ahead and rest. Get some vitality back. Take a quick look, you see at the scores for this week, or for the day. There we go, another warm-up. Alright, so Hey, Kip, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. The ball is going good. Thank you for asking. You guys haven't checked out Mudkip Ninja, you absolutely should. He does a much better job at entertaining people than I could. Alright. Oh yeah, for sure, this is, well, it's more than 15 years old. No, dude, this game's almost... Oh, I appreciate it, Kip. But no, Kip, this game's almost 20 years old now. This is MLB Power Pros 2008 for the Nintendo Wii. Yep, almost 20 years. We're old, I know. Appreciate it, Jason. Alright, time to go on another date. Let's go on another date with Emma. Alright, so... She thinks family restaurants are okay. Where should I take her to next? Let's try a pizza place. You can't go wrong with pizza, right? That was delicious. Okay, I think she also thinks that's okay. You'll be able to tell on the bottom left of the screen if your girl really, if your date really loves the food you've taken her to. All right, how do we do? Ooh, we got shut out by the Braves, 9-0. Nah, so that's 2 games in a row we're losing. All right, let's go on another hobby. Let's play some golf. With a steady swing, I enjoyed the practice. I spent $800. Ooh, you know what? I just realized something. Be right back. Absolutely! I know this is brought over from the Japanese, since this is the American port of the Japanese Power Pro series. And I also do not like the fact that, apart from technically another game that most people would not have heard of, and I never got, Bobblehead Pros, which is I think a completely different game. But it does run off the same engine, but made for next-gen consoles. But yeah, apart from eBaseball, this series never really gained an audience in the United States, and I'm disappointed in that. This is the only, to me, this was the only positive benefit of 2K's deal with the MLB. Alright. Let's chat. How about we go hang out with Oakley? Let's just hang out. Let's go to the movies this time. I enjoyed seeing a movie with Oakley. I paid $200. Yet another example of this game more importing over the yen instead of the US dollar. Because I do not think a trip to the movies with 2 people costs $200 in Atlanta. Alright, how'd we do? Ooh, we're on a cold streak. At least we got a run, but it's still a 9-1 loss this time. Slightly better. But the sooner we get out of there, the better. Off to Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. Let's see. Let's go chat with our agent, Matthew. Is there something I can do for you? Now, if you ever need help on, like, if you forgot anything about this game, there's luckily the tutorial screen where he will explain the game for you again if you forgot. But let's just hang out. Let's play some chess. I'm pretty good, you know. I'll come and visit you then, so please wait a little bit. I played a game of chess against Matthew. Oh, is that really checkmate? Aw, I lost. This is the best screen you can see in the game. I beat Matthew at chess! Woo! That's an accomplishment! Let's go. In a baseball game, yes. Alright. Well, luckily that cold streak finally came to an end. We took care of the Rockies 5-3. Alright, it's game time. We get a day game against the Rockies in the not so friendly confines of Coors Field. I'm putting you in. Here's our lineup. Now our motivation again went to medium. But yeah, this is so far my favorite, like one of my favorite career modes in a sports game, because there's a lot more freedom than you would see in the modern games. But like you can actually buy stuff that either does or does not matter to your character. You actually have to manage your stamina, whether you're playing on the field or. Thanks for the clip. Thanks for the clip, Kip. Alright, Troy Tulowitzki at the plate. Swings and fouls this, nearly hits the third base coach, but luckily that doesn't. They seem to phase through it no problem. Uh-oh. Oop, luckily Carlos Beltran right there at center field for the out. 1 away. Or 2 away, sorry. As Matt Holliday comes to the plate. One of the many power hitters at this era of Colorado. I believe this was the season after they went on their huge National League run, coming just a couple of games short of winning the World Series. But unfortunately, they lost to the team of destiny, the Boston Red Sox. Alright. Garrett Atkins at the plate. Takes the fastball, strike 1. Oh, I am covering up the stats for him. Hold on, let me move myself over. This is kind of the downside of these types of games. There we go, that's better. I'll probably end up covering a little bit of the dialogue, but at least you guys will be able to see it. Oop, oh, right past me for a base hit. Well, at least we don't have to worry about a perfect game. 1 away, runner at first. Popped up, who's going to get it? I am. Hey! You took it away from me, man! Delgado, Reyes, come on, that was my ball! It was right in my zone! You didn't have to take it from me. Well, actually, with a mistake, it's actually luckily he was right there. But at least we got the put out, that's all that matters. Well, we got out of the inning. As next up is Torrealba. Fork ball down and in. Oop. And throw to first. But yeah, I played the PlayStation 2 version of this game a ton as a teenager. Yep. More proof I'm old. Ooh, just barely got the out at first. 2 away. As we go back around the lineup to Willie Taveras. Let's throw a slider down and away. Just a bit outside. Yeah, like I say, one of the negatives about this game, like I said, it is really hard to get batters to chase the pitches. To chase pitches out of the zone, I mean. Bring back up Troy Tulowitzki. And bounce. Reyes, go to first. 1 away. Matt Holliday. Fastball down and in. Strike 1. Ooh. Right in the outfield gap for at least a double. And went right to the wall. Luckily, a double is all he's going to get. Oh, nope. Luckily, though, it's going to go right to Beltran at center field. Had to just step back a few as Holliday gets back to second. 2 away. In there, strike 1. Decides to hit it. Gave up the first run of the game. He knew I was going to throw a slider down and away. And just like that, the Rockies lead 1-0. So that fork ball too low. Thank you, DJ. Well, at least we tied it up. Solo shot. I'll take it. We're tied at 1 now. Bottom of the 5th. As Clint Barnes comes to the plate. And no, not Barnes. It's Barnes. Go to first already. 1 away.
Number 8, your beat, Torrealba.
And there we go. Fastball in there, strike one. Okay, so probably stop throwing those breaking balls on the second pitch. Alright, up next comes the pitcher, Aaron Cook. Just a bit too low. He's going to get a hit. Dang it. Runners at first and second, one away. Willie Tavares up to the plate. Alright, let's not throw that breaking ball. And he knew it. Alright, grounded. 6-4. Ah, just safe. So that goes down as a fielder's choice. Ah, a bit too high. Oh, he knew it. But luckily, Beltran was right there to make the catch. We get out of it. We get out of the bases on the runners on the corners jam.
Number 5, Matt Holliday.
Oop. Luckily, Holliday this time just pops it up to Reyes in the outfield grass. One away.
Number 17, Todd
Okay,
Helton.
you gotta be careful with this guy. Todd Helton. I remember him. And luckily this time, the only damage was that he hit it right to Delgado at first.
Number 27, Garrett.
Anyway, I appreciate you guys once again choosing to spend your Monday with me. Should of course clarify, or I should also technically announce, even though I've already mentioned it last week, that I will be live streaming the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation on Wednesday. So be sure to get up early if you want to react with me live. Or react with me, I should say. DJ's been asking me what do I expect for the presentation. I think it's going to be a nice mix of games and tech stuff. Like, what can the Switch 2 do that the Switch 1 couldn't? As Castillo goes into the outfield grass, gets the second out of the inning. As Torrealba comes back up to the plate. And they missed that one. They were expecting me to throw another curve. This time it popped up, and we got the lead. So we got 2 innings to try to take care of these guys. As it looks like the Rockies are going to bring in a pinch hitter. Yep, Spilbos. I mean, right now we already know. Right, I should also say it is also the time. It should be. I'm going to start it at around 6:50 Pacific time because I'm not good with filling dead air when I have a half hour to go before the presentations.
Number 2, Troy Tulowitzki.
Whoop. And another fastball down the middle. That's a base hit.
Number 5, Matt Holliday.
Forked ball down. See what I mean? It is, unless that was just because I pitched it really far away. Well, it doesn't matter. We got out of it again. Would this technically count as a save scenario? We're about to find out. We're actually up 5-1 on the Rockies now. There's that run support I was begging for against the Yankees. Just in there. Ball 1. Grounder. Right to first. 1 away.
Number 27, Garrett Atkins.
Alright, Garrett Atkins again. Let's throw another forked ball. He swings and misses at that one. 0-1. Hit. Caught. Nice job, right? That's 2 away. Let's see if we can get out of this. Hit the center field. Oh, just past Beltran. That's going to bring it in for a double. Alright, Hall is up. One of the fictional players in this game, as you can tell, because he actually has triple digits, which you can actually have in this game. That's a nice touch. Oh, my play is tired. But luckily, it hit right to Castillo, throw to first, and that is the ball game. The Mets win the second game of this series, I should say. Not a triple header, as I was about to say. 5-1, as we go around with the handshakes. All right, a nice strong performance. Oh no, I get the win, not the save. What am I saying? I thought it would be like I don't know why I said that. There you see our 3 home runs. Right, with a solo shot, Beltran with a 2-run shot, at least at most, and Church with his own 2-run shot. And that's how we got the 5-1 victory in Game 2 of this 3-game series. For the 11th time this season, we came from behind to win the game. Now see, that's more like what it should be. Us celebrating the in-game victory. Not the chess. Alright, so after that game, we should definitely rest our player. Recovered vitality. There's the rest of the games. Big one was the Astros taking care of the Phillies in 10 for the 9-8 victory over the Nationals. Back when they were a National League team. Alright, so we got travel. We got a game under travel. How can I pitch? Like you saw when John Smoltz got the Play of the Week on it. You gotta get a win, a shutout. You gotta get a shutout victory and a lot of strikeouts. That's the best way to get Play of the Week as a pitcher. Oh, it's the 25th. That means we get paid our $31,000 as part of our $390,000 one-year deal, which is the default deal you always get when you start the game, when you start the game as a rookie. All right, back to Queens we go, and now I see who's the Player of the Week this time. We got Travis Iwamura in the Tampa Bay Rays, hitting .619 with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs. And we got A-Rod hitting a .556 with 4 home runs and 7 RBIs. Those two win the American League Player of the Week. And our 2 National League Player of the Weeks players of the week go to Alex Ramirez, I believe. I forget exactly. We got Michael Cameron, who also hit 2 home runs, but doubled the RBI count. RBI, which means run batted in. Basically, any base runner that comes home when you hit the ball, that counts as what they call a run batted in. Alright, so we're back home. Let's go ahead and practice alone with all our stuff we got at the store. No surprise, I got pretty tired. There you see the morning games. Now the fun part about this game is that you do not have to there is no draft. You just, when you create a player, you just decide where you want to go. And in the game's success mode, which is the original story of the game, you pick your favorite team. And whatever your favorite team is, that team signs you to a deal if you clear a success mode. Excuse me. No, that's fine, Jason. That's perfectly fine. I'm glad I can explain it to you. Let's play some video games this time. How meta. Let's play a sports video game. How extra meta. I played the video game. Sports. I couldn't advance at all. Am I supposed to advance in a sports video game? Well, I guess technically, yeah. But I didn't know this is another one of those sports games that had a story. Meanwhile, we got the Game 2 win over the Florida Marlins, 11-4. Go ahead and advance through. Got another day of rest, or got another off day before we take on the Marlins, or... No, wait, that ends the series. That would end the series. It's not a video game, it's the video game. You're right. Let's go practice some more golf. I practiced by hitting about another 200 balls. Okay, you saw the morning games. Well, I guess I should say the afternoon games, not the morning games per se. And under the lights, we have been crushing those Marlins. Why couldn't I face them? That would have been a lot easier than a close 5-1 victory. Well, yeah, we demolished the Florida Marlins, as now we gotta... Not again, I gotta take on the Dodgers again? For those that don't know, the Dodgers are my favorite baseball team. Why do I have to do this? Why did I do this to myself? I had to pick the Mets. This was bound to happen. Let's not waste any vitality. Let's go hang out with Oakley again. Yeah, let's just hang out, please. Let's go to the movies. Another $200 at the movies. At least Oakley and I became better friends. There you go, the afternoon games. So we'll be pitching under the lights to take on the Dodgers. And that's the second game. There we go. Alright. Back under the lights at old Shea Stadium in Queens. As we go to game 1 of this 3-game set between the Mets and the Dodgers. As Rafael Furcal comes up to the plate. And first pitch swinging, right to David Wright. Throw to first, 1 away. And that is a quick out number 1. Juan Pierre. Now that one's more of what they wanted. Another base hit to start for Furcal.
Number 5, Nomar Garcia.
Can you tell English is my first language, I swear. Luckily Garcia Power pops up to me. Dude! Reyes, I appreciate your... I appreciate your... what's the word? Initiative. But the ball was straight up to me. It was right up to the pitcher's mound. You do not have to go over to me. I can make an out just fine, thank you. Alright, Andrew Jones. No, they have to cross home plate. You have to hit the ball, and then one of those runners have to cross home plate in order for it to count as an RBI. Strike 3, he's out. Alright, Russell Martin up. There we go. Alright, next up is James Loney. Oh, he's bunting. Go, David. Got him. No surprise bunts here. Alright, here we go. Up next comes Matt Kemp. Yeah, just a bit too high. 1-0 count. Kemp takes strike 1. He was expecting it more to be a slider, not a curveball. There we go. He expected that fourth ball. But instead it gets right thrown out to first base for the first out. So next comes Olivo. Nah, he expected fastball. That's another hit to go to his high batting average. As Furcal comes back up to the plate. Up too low, but it's a wild pitch. Oh. Snyder just couldn't handle it, but we tried throwing up third. No can do. Take off. Safe. I do love the art style of this game, for the record. Ooh, he whiffed that mistake pitch down the center. Well, luckily Reyes is right there. Throw to first. Ooh, whoa. Wasn't that easy. That would have been an RBI if that didn't get the third out.
Number 5, Nomar Garcia.
Yeah, wild pitch is the term for a pitch that's thrown and it goes past the catcher, and it allows a base runner to advance.
12, Jeff Kent.
Jeff Kent swings and misses, strike 1. Swings and misses, strike 2. So a slider. No, he knew it was a slider, but didn't get good contact on it.
25.
And Delgado took it himself for out number 2. Alright, Andrew Jones. Just past the second baseman. Right past Castillo for a base hit. As Russell Martin comes to the plate. And through the gap again. I would have expected Wright to actually just grab that one, but instead, that's another base hit.
James
Throw a slider this time. There we go. Yes, that's both negative to the pitcher and the catcher. Correct. Ooh, bit of a mistake pitch, but luckily he's still in the base path. Yeah, it's for both. Well, I guess technically more for the pitcher, since that goes on the stat sheet as a wild pitch for him. I'm not sure if the catcher gets negative credit for that as well. Or I guess a negative stat for that.
Number 102. Great.
See if we can get a legal out this time. And we do. Castillo gets it. Go to first, 2 away.
Number 15.
Alright, McCall goes back up the top of the lineup. Oh, he lost it. No, he still gets the out. And we got a run. So that means I'm working with a possible win.
Number 9.
Looking for win number 5 of my MLB career. Ooh, nice jump throw by David right there. He gets the out at first.
Number 5. Nomar Garcia Parra.
Alright, Garcia Parra comes up, go curve. He got just enough of it to get in between the 3 of us.
Number 12.
Kent comes back up.
Jeff Kent.
Just a hair too low. To the right. 5, 4, 3. Double play. And that ends the top of the 6th.
Number
As we now head into the top of the 7th. Andrew Jones at the plate again. I was a bit worried, but Moises Alou was right there at left field to make the catch and 1 away.
Russell.
As Russell Martin heads back to the plate. He was expecting a curve. Then he swings and misses, strike 1. Not as far in the middle as he expected, so he grounds to me. Throw it first, 2 away.
James.
Next up, James Loney. He takes strike 1. He was expecting that curveball to swing in there, but he still grounds to second base. Ooh. Sorry, the shortstop, not second base. We got 4 runs of support now.
Number 27.
It looks like we're going to switch up the fielders. Alou and Anderson are going to swap fields. Anderson goes to left. Moises goes to right field. Nope. Kemp barely missed that that slider. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away as Weaver's going to be brought back down as Mike Sweeney comes back up for another pinch hit opportunity.
22. Mark Sweeney.
Mike Sweeney, not Mike, my bad. Fork ball down, takes strike 1. Hit to Reyes, go to Delgado, 2 away.
Number 15. Rafael Furcal.
Call now, back at the top of the lineup. He takes strike 1. Got just enough of the fork ball to get a base hit.
Number 9.
Still 2 away as Juan Pierre comes back up to the plate. Just barely in there. Strike 1. I don't think he was expecting the fastball there. He hits it to the backstop. Didn't get enough of that one. Delgado takes it himself and goes to first base for the out.
Number 5.
Alright, here we go.
Nomar Garcia
Top of the 9th, let's see
Parra.
if we can get another complete game shutout. Garcia Parra takes strike 1. Swings and misses strike 2. He expected the fourth ball, but the move to put Alou in the right field worked out that time as he gets the out. Whoa! You always got to pay attention to those. Strike 2. Giving Kent to whiff. Nope. He expected the slider, but Beltran's right there at center field. 2 away, and then the Dodgers are down to their last out. Alou bounced it off of me, but I still make the throw to first, and we get a complete game shutout. And again, for the record, I am playing this game on expert difficulty. This is the hardest game that this game gets. And in a sense, yeah. Yeah, you could call it like an assist. The runner gets credited with a run, the batter gets the run batted in. That was some shutout. Manager's level of trust increased. We're all in high spirits. Time to say hi to Mia again for another post-game interview. She says the same thing though, so we'll skip ahead. We're barely creeping over the get our fastball up to 88 miles an hour. No, let's run a practice. There you go. Cubs took care of the Rockies 4-2. Simulate the night game against the Dodgers. Yeah, the Dodgers got their revenge. They got the win 10-4. Alright, take on the next game. Dang! We showed them no mercy. We showed them no mercy. Mets crushed the Dodgers 17-0. Alright, let's do some night golf. Take our steel golf clubs. Oop, I skipped past. Oh, I kept missing the ball and making terrible shots. And a couple extra inning games in this night's set of games. Oop, I'm covered up with one of the scores. I'm sorry. Not that it matters. It seems like the only performance I care about is our teams. Oh, looks like we got a trade or something since it's not Sunday. Oh no, but it's just saying, hey, this is the last day of May. Here's how the Mets did. Or in this case, or when you do your career mode, it's what your team did. Mets are first in the NL East. We had a 20-8 record. So that means if you combine with April's record, we had, I believe, a 39-16 season so far. We still got like 117 games to go. Oh no, 113 games to go. My bad. And now we got the Dodgers that time, so we win the series 3-1. It's now time to get on the road. It's bound to happen, DJ. Remember, there's 162 games in a Major League season. You're gonna face every team. Alright, here are the players of the month. For the American League, here are the players of the month. We had Alex Rodriguez, who hit a .372 for the month of May, with 14 home runs and 33 RBIs. The pitcher of the month goes to the Guardians with Carmona. He had 4 wins, a 2.88 ERA, and 16 strikeouts. The rookie of the month went to Roberts. He got 3 wins and a 1.08 ERA with 17 strikeouts. And the relief pitcher of the month is Mariano Rivera, no surprise, with 1 win, as he got a win with 8 saves, a near 2 ERA, and 11 strikeouts. Now for the National League, hey, I was rookie and pitcher of the month. My 4 wins with 5 strikeouts and a 1.65 ERA. Dan Uggla was the position player of the month, with a .382 batting average with 6 home runs and 34 RBIs for the Florida Marlins. Now for our next story. Now for the regular players of the week. Oh, our guy got a player of the week. Raul Ibanez and A-Rod got the American League Players of the Week award. You see their stats there. We got Nick Johnson and Jose Reyes for the Nationals and the Mets for the National League Players of the Month. May ended with me as Player of the Month in the pitcher category. And Rookie of the Month. I got some fans. Yay! Dang, I got like 15,000 more fans with that double award. So now, as you see, I got 36,000, almost 37,000 fans. Let's go ahead and rest up. We're at good old San Francisco, home of the San Francisco Giants at what is now called Oracle Park, but since this is 2008, it's AT&T Park. I've only been there twice. Twice? No, more than twice. I'd say like 3-4 times at least. It is a nice ballpark for sure. But the Giants doubled our run output. We lost 18-9. So the Giants start off on the right foot as I get to head in and try to get us back on a winning streak. Ooh, fan votes have been announced, which doesn't matter to me, because pitches are always decided by the manager. Hey, Lewis, welcome back. Oh, perfect. I was just about to stretch. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you. No, that's fine, Lewis. The fact you're here at all means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. Alright, let's look at the American League voters. Again, those don't matter to me because I'm a pitcher, and the manager always picks the pitchers. Alright, so we got Victor Martinez leading the catchers, with Joe Mauer and Jorge Posada close behind. Each behind by another 100,000 votes. The close battle is for first base, with Paul Konerko leading Travis Hafner and Jason Giambi. Another close battle is second baseman with Ellis leading for the Oakland A's. I have to say that in the past tense now. with Roberts and Robinson Cano close behind. And then we got third baseman with A-Rod no doubt leading the third baseman votes by almost 500,000. And then we got Endy Chavez for the Oakland A's and Miguel Cabrera for the Tigers. Close behind for second there. Now let's swap over to shortstop. Derek Jeter leads Edgar Renteria and Jose Peralta. And it's not even close. We got David Ortiz leading the designated hitter lineup over Hideki Matsui and I think Frank Thomas. And then there's mostly Yankees on the outfield side with Damon Abreu. Oh no, I thought the Red Sox was the Yankees logo. That's so closely together from a distance. We got Johnny Damon and Bobby Abreu, and Grady Sizemore leading the outfielders, with Manny Ramirez and Vladimir Guerrero Sr. trying to get some votes to get into that field. Rankings are sure to change based on players' performances from here on out, so get behind your favorite player and root them on. And then after this game, we'll see who the National League vote getters are. But first, let's go play some more golf. I'm going to be a professional at this point. Who needs baseball? I say as I keep missing the shots again. Alright, it's game time. Under the lights at AT&T Park. This is the Giants team that is just a few years away from winning their first World Series in the Bay. As we head to the bottom of the first inning here at AT&T Park, you got Dave Roberts. Here's the first pitch, and hit foul into the bullpen. Let's try throwing a fastball. Nah, Roberts was expecting curveball. Didn't work. Swing and a miss, strike two. Oh, I tried jumping to make the catch, but it didn't work. Roberts gets a leadoff hit as Omar Vizquel comes up to the plate. Oop. Okay, good. Oh, I'm gonna get him. Oh, he just barely beat the throw as Randy Wynn comes up to the plate. Ooh, dang it. It's a good hit to right field as now there's runners at the corners. Still one away as Aaron Rowan comes to the plate. Ah, dang, these Giants know everything about me, and just like that, Rowan gets an RBI, and the Giants take a 1-0 lead. Right. Bill Durham, I believe that's the player's name. Just like that, we got the bases loaded as Benji Molina comes to the plate. Let's try that fork ball. Grounded. We're gonna have to give up a run. Well, everybody's safe? Are you kidding me? Oh, we're already gonna get knocked out of the game. I'm kidding. Uh-oh. I'm surprised he didn't just tag up and get another run that way. But 2 outs now. as Jose Castillo comes up to the plate. Luckily grounded right to Oi Castillo. And he gets the out. But now we're down 2-0 as Brad Hennessy comes to the plate, the starting pitcher. And again, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I know you have better places. You could be anywhere on a Monday afternoon, but it means the world to me that you choose to spend it with me, or I guess in Lewis's case, a Monday night. But still, the point still stands. Ooh, that should be foul, and it is. Hey, get back here! No, Schneider, it's foul! There you go. You can get this one. Thank you, Schneider. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Lewis. Just a hair too low. Swing and a miss at the curveball. 1-1. Too far inside. See what I mean, though? It is really hard. Almost impossible to get batters to chase outside the zone. 2-2 count. See, like that! Well, luckily he wasn't expecting fastball. Oh man, Hennessy's got a no-hitter going through the first 2 innings. Well, 3 innings. Well, luckily Randy Wynn wasn't expecting a forkball. He was expecting slider. Oh no, he was expecting curveball. Bit too high. Ball 1. I don't think he was expecting slider. But we do get the out. 2 away. Ray Durham, that's it. I don't know why I said Bill. Maybe I was thinking of the movie Bull Durham. But Durham pops up, and that retires the side. Well, regardless of whether you're bored or not, you were bored today or not, Jason, thank you for stopping by regardless. Oop. Slider to Delgado. Got the out. 1 away. Alright, Rich Aurelia comes up. Strike 1. He wasn't expecting the forkball. And didn't get a good hit on that one as it bounced right to the first baseman. Stepped on the bag. 2 away. And that one's going to bounce to the other Castillo. And he'll throw to first to get the out. Well, Hennessy's throwing a no-hitter through 5 innings. That's not going to do good for me. Oh, wait, no. Brian Wilson. He was a reliever in this era? I thought he was still the when did he become the closer of the team? Oh, no, no, wait, I am thinking of the right guy. Well, he strikes out. Good news for me. Doesn't matter if it's the guy I'm thinking of or not. He swings and misses. All right, forkball down. Yeah, this is, if you haven't noticed by now, this is an absolutely fast-paced baseball game. A lot faster than you'd see in stuff like MLB 2K or I should say now, MLB The Show. Strike 3, and that ends the inning. Well, we're closing in on 2 hours. All right, I'm going to make this the last game, guys. Then I got to have my lunch, and we will call it for today.
Number 2, Randy Wynn.
Well, I'll just also go to at least till my next date to start. Then we'll call it for today. Oh, see? Most people would swing at that, not the computer. They swing at pitches inside the zone and miss. They will rarely, if ever, swing outside of the zone. Only the human players do that. Roland up to the plate. Fouled off that one. He was expecting curve. Didn't work out. Realized too late that I was throwing a slider, not a changeup, or not a curveball. 2 away for Ray Durham. He's going for the bunt. I get it. Throw to first. Got it in time. Well, that ends the bullpen, the pitch, the team no-hitter, I should say. As we're gonna shuffle around our outfielders. Anderson goes to left, Church goes to center, and Alu goes to right field. All right, Giants up 2-1. This is the most strikeouts I've gotten in a game. And Molina makes contact, but rolls it over to Reyes, who gets the throw out at first, one away.
35, Rich
All right,
Aurelio.
Rich Aurelio comes up to the plate again. Forked ball down and in. Fastball up and in, but he doesn't take. And Rowan pops it up to the catcher. 2 away. Okay, DJ, thank you for the raid.
Jose Castillo.
Bounces just past my head, but no problem as Reyes gets the throw out at first. And they replace me, but we don't get another run. Those 2 runs in the first were all the Giants needed to win. Final score, Giants 2, Mets 1. I lasted 7 innings and got knocked out after surrendering 2 runs, and I walked away with a loss. You didn't pitch poorly, but you did walk away with a loss. Make them pay next time. It was at least a decent performance, so manager's not too upset at that. Alright, so like I said, we're just going to skip ahead to my next start. But now, like I said, it's time to bring on the National League fan votes. We got Molina leading the catchers over Russell Martin and Ross. Got Chase Utley leading Reggie Weeks and Dan Ugler at second. Our own first baseman, Carlos Delgado, leads first baseman. Better than Albert Pujols and Dwight Howard. No, not Dwight Howard. Ryan Howard. I had to remember who they were. We got David Wright just barely over Ramirez and way ahead of Atkins for third base. Shortstop, we got Jose Reyes, just ahead of Ruben Tejada and Rafael Furcal. Matt Holliday. Matt Dunn, I think? Oh, Adam Dunn, that's right. And Carlos Beltran lead the outfielders, with Aaron Jones and Andrew Soriano right behind. There we go, that's the update. Alright, here comes the last game of the series. Exactly, it's my fault we didn't score. It's my fault that we didn't score 17 points. Mets beat the Giants 17-9. We salvaged the series. Alright, time to travel. Rotate around. Alright, now we're going to San Diego. I got pretty tired. Alright, now let's look at the title races. First up for hitting in the American League. Here you see the best hitters. We got Blake leading the Guardians. There you see it's mostly Yankees in that lineup. Posada and Damon are up there in batting average too. A-Rod leads the American League in home runs and RBIs. As Ichiro that has the stolen base lead with 18. Now for pitching in the American League, these are not my stats where I get to contribute, but I don't think I would have, maybe ERA. We got Batista leading Roy Halladay and Carmona. We got Jenks, Street, and Rivera for the saves. And there's a 3-way tie for the wins as Andy Pettit, CC Sabathia, and Blackburn have 7 wins. CC is the only striker to have 100 strikeouts, with Kurt Schilling and Roy Halladay just a little bit behind. At least we'll also be able to see the National League records, see how our team's doing comparatively. But we just gotta get past the evening game against the Padres. And Mets got the win, 4-1 over San Diego. There we go. Alright, now let's take a look at our stats. Or our title races. First in hitting, we got Matt Holliday just barely ahead of Moises Alou. And Holliday ahead of his teammate Todd Helton. Dan Ugler's got the most runs batted in with 67. Our guy Carlos Delgado is tied with another fellow first baseman, Prince Fielder, with 20 home runs. Dave Roberts leads the National League in stolen bases. Now for pitching, where am I? Yeah, see, the only one I would think I would be ahead of is ERA. I'm pitching a 1.62, which means I give up, on average, a little less than 2 runs a game. 2 runs every 9 innings. We got Eric Gagne leading the save categories with 15, but that's only for closers. But our teammate Bobby Wagner's got 14. And Jorge, and I forgot what's the first guy's name, but we got Santana leading wins with 8. And it's a close race for the strikeouts with Dan Herron leading, who was an Angel but got traded over to the Diamondbacks, the National League team. There we go. Alright, let's do our hobby. Let's play some golf. Karen is Karen. I don't blame you. They look similar. They look similar. You have to pay close attention to tell it apart. Alright, sim past game 2. Another crushing win as we got the 10-1 victory over the Padres. Then I believe we're doing a game then travel. Oh no, it's a 4-game set. Alright, well, let's go take Matt out to lunch. There you go, $500. Sim past this, and then we will call it for today. And in game 3, it took extras, but we got the win this time, 9-6. So we're up. So we have a chance at a 4-game sweep in the next game. All right, yeah, see, there we are. All right, before we go, let's take a look at some of our stats. And there you see, we got a 1.62 ERA. Probably Karen. That's what you call male Karen Salmon. What's pitching details? Oh, you can see by team. That's cool. It's nice that they actually keep all this stat tracking on there. It even keeps track of who is easy to get out and who's tough to get out. That's a nice touch. I will take. That's something I wish these new games do have. Oh, I had an opportunity, but I blew it, I guess. 13 strikeouts in the majors. I've given up 4 home runs. Started 8 games. Number of groundouts, number of flyouts, or AOs as they call it. Let's see. What's this? TF, huh? I don't know what that stands for. Technically I'm in the National League, but I sim past my batting opportunities. I do got a hit. That's something. I got a base hit. It's rare for pitchers like me to get a hit. Now before we go, let's take a look at the standings. There you see the Mets have a 7.5 game lead over the Atlanta Braves in terms of the National League East Division crown. And in this game, in this era, it's the 3 division winners plus the best second place team. Would they have that here? No, they wouldn't. There you see you got the Mets, the Brewers, and the Diamondbacks leading. And in terms of percentages, it would be the Houston Astros that would make it as the wild card. Meanwhile, over in the American League, we got the Yankees with a 5.5 game lead over the Red Sox. Tigers lead the Indians and the White Sox by 2.5 games. And the Oakland Athletics lead the Seattle Mariners by a game. And from the records, it would be the Red Sox that would get the wild card spot. I believe that would be determined by the postseason? Oh, nope, it doesn't. Alright, well, let's go ahead and save the game. Because that's another thing you have to note. This game does not have autosave. You have to save the game yourself. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's swap it on over. Oop, the heck is that? Virtual camera. I never heard of that before. Alright, swap on over to the image. Actually, yeah, it did show that I saved the game, right? Actually, let me hit no real quick just so I can make sure. Okay, yeah, I did save the game. I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to lose all my progress. There we go. Close it out. All right. Well, that was a nice, fun experience. I am so glad you guys were able to take a part of this journey with me. I will always stand my ground and say that at least, if it's not the best career mode, MLB Power Pros 2008 had the most unique career mode. Way more than you could do in any other game, for sure. But let's go ahead on Twitch and find somebody to raid. Who do we go for today? Uh, hmm. You know what? We haven't raided her in a while. I'm gonna go ahead and raid our friend of the channel, ReezyTM. She's playing Dark Cloud 2 for the PlayStation 2. And we'll just go ahead since we haven't raided her in a while. So, with that said, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it so very much. Again, be sure to tune in early tomorrow on Wednesday morning, as I will be reacting. Oh, I got a raid now. So yeah, I probably just won't do the end bit anymore since doing this seems to take up the internet. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves a great rest of the day. I will see you all next time.